Thanks for joining us for Profile. I'm Ian Bourne, your host. Dawnette Baldeo is the author of this book, I Believe in My Dream. And she's certainly someone who can tell us how to overcome obstacles to achieve dreams. Dawnette has had to face a number of crises, a number of difficulties. And on this profile, she will tell us how she was able to navigate those challenges to achieve her dreams. She had traveled to several continents and noticed that people everywhere she went had dreams, but had a little idea as to how to achieve those dreams. Well, she has written this book, I Believe in My Dream, setting out the steps to building a ladder to one's dream. We thank you for your company as usual on Profile. Dawnette, good to have you.
It's good to be here, Ian. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Looking forward to this chat. As I said in the introduction, you had to battle illnesses,
yes,
lack of financial resources, emotional abuse,
yes,
to achieve your own dreams.
Oh yes.
Let's just talk about some of those things that you had to deal with, especially when you migrated from Jamaica to United States.
Okay, when I migrated, I went to Florida Atlantic University, which is in Florida, and Ian, going there and finding job,
so difficult
was a difficult thing, but I found a nurse helping around the home, nurse health aide. And
you had tertiary education in Jamaica.
Oh,
so you
yes.
went to then CAS.
Oh yes.
But you had to go work with people in their homes in the US.
Oh yes, but Ian, that was not bad, you know. That wasn't bad. Doing that was not a bad thing at all. The stuff that I had to do, you know, at this particular place that I lived, helping this little lady. I had to live on our balcony. And I don't mean one of those balconies that's nicely glassed around and no. I mean the ones that have mesh.
On the balcony?
Yes, mesh. And
that's where you lived?
Yes, man. I'm not sleeping on
you
a
weren't
lawn
good enough
chair.
to
I'm sleeping on a lawn chair too. But you know what? It was all about the dream. I had a dream.
And you had to finance yourself at university?
Yes. And
so whatever it took, you had to do it?
Exactly. So it was something else. And at that same place, Ian, I was not allowed to turn the light on after it got dark. No, she didn't like the light at all.
So you had to just coop up in that little place?
Yes. And there was no TV, nothing.
No TV?
So I couldn't read. I couldn't watch television.
Torture.
And
you endured that for months?
6 months, because guess what? The
must
school
have
fee
seemed like
had
about
to,
2 years.
Oh yes. But you know what? God has always been there with me. And just holding
so
on
what were
to
your
my
thoughts
faith.
during those nights? Those long nights?
Long nights.
You had to just keep your mind focused on your dream.
I had to keep my mind focused. I had to remember what it is that I came here to do. And what I came there to do was to get a degree, and I wasn't leaving without it. And this was how I was going to get there. So yes, Ian, I remember being with this other couple who both of them could not help themselves. So I'm working with both of them, and they love to go to restaurants.
You have to lift them, carry them to the restaurants.
Oh yes, and I had to, they're both in wheelchairs. And I'm not talking the new style of wheelchairs, no, you know, that it's easy to get. No. I'm talking the old-fashioned ones that, you know, are heavy and yes, and they'll get into a restaurant and then the wife would say, "Han, I don't like the way that your girl looks at me. I don't want to be in this restaurant."
She wants to go somewhere else.
She wants to go somewhere else.
Oh,
so I
have
had
to move them again.
Yes, yeah. But again, it was not about what was happening then. It was about my dream. What is it that I was going to accomplish at the end of the road? And that was the degree that I needed to get. And God is always there helping me and sustaining me. And of course, I had friends I could call on to give some encouragement. But then I couldn't use the phone either, you know.
You couldn't use the phone?
No. You know, I didn't get a call during the daytime. But once night come, any sound at all, she says disturbed her. So that was not allowed.
But you had to keep your mind on your goal.
Yes.
You couldn't come back to Jamaica empty-handed.
No. I went to Florida When I was leaving, I said to my dad, who had just had a stroke, I was just recovering. I said, I'm going to go. And he said, remember, I can't do what I did when you were going to CAS. I can't help you anymore. And I said, no, Daddy, this one is on me. And I remember kissing Mommy and Daddy and said, I'm going to do this one. So I had to.
You know, you talk about the steps to building one's dream, to achieving one's goals.
Right.
Determination must be
you have to have determination. You have to have the right attitude. Without the right attitude in turning whatever negative situations come your way, you have to be able, Eon, to see the positive in it. If you can't see that, then everything is going to be a problem. And you're not going to get anywhere. So you had to see beyond that. You have to find all the positives. Accountability is a key factor. You know, we have this thing where we say, it wasn't my fault.
Yes,
Mommy and Daddy couldn't afford it.
Yes.
They couldn't give me this.
True.
They couldn't give me that.
Yes.
That's why I didn't do this. That's why I didn't become that. And it's always somebody
didn't come
else's.
from the right family.
Didn't come from the right family. And
government not doing anything to help poor people.
But no, we have to at some point say, I am responsible.
Take responsibility.
Yes, what am
so
I
no
going to do?
Things hard,
it doesn't
no
matter.
matter what the circumstances
it doesn't
are.
matter, Eon. I had people spitting in my face and telling me that you're a bastard and you cannot accomplish anything.
So you endured emotional abuse?
Oh, yes.
Those people were
yes, Eon. I remember
in
crying myself to sleep at night and saying, Lord, please help me. But the degree
you kept it in mind.
Had to be achieved.
So all when white people are cussing.
No, that degree had to be attained. And I kept my mind focused. And that's the key.
Focus.
If you want to achieve your dream, you have to be focused on what you want. And you have to make sure you have the right people around you. Because you can't want to be a nurse and you're just hanging out with hairdressers or what. You need to get to where you want to be. Hang out with the people that is going to help you to become what you want to be. So those things are key in achieving your dreams. And right now, Eon, I look on Jamaica, our wonderful Jamaica, and I look on our young people. And when I go around with my husband doing seminars, and I see these young people, they have a dream. Eon, 99% of the young people I've been around have dreams. And Eon, sometimes when you hear their dreams, your eyes are filled with water. But they don't know how.
How to go about it.
They don't know how.
So that inspired you to write this book?
Yes. My husband and I, when we sat and we spoke about it, and we said, what are we going to do? How can we help? And we came out that, you know, in our struggles, in achieving our dreams,
there were lots of lessons to
there was
learn.
Lots of lessons. There were principles that we had to learn. And we said, why should others make that mistake? So we decided to put it in a very easy read.
Yes, it is.
Easily
readable. Very reader friendly. Quite simply written.
Right.
And chock full of a lot of very useful advice. Choose your battles wisely is one of the things that you talk about here. Expand on that. What?
Eon, what's that talking about? It's not everything that you're gonna fuss and quarrel about. There's certain things. I could have walked off that job, one of those jobs.
Yes.
But I know that walking off that job was not the wise thing to do. That wasn't going to help me. That was not an argument I needed to win.
Very good point. Very good.
So you have to choose your battles carefully. Know the ones that you want to fight and the ones that
just not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
You have to know what to give up and what not to expend your energy on.
Exactly.
An important book. I Believe in My Dream. Dawnette and her husband, Greg Baldeo. More Jamaicans are writing, and we are featuring them on Profile. We take our first break.